What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the internet where your cesspool is my jacuzzi and Bruce is splashing in it.
It's warm in here.
Yeah. So we were going to do like a game night stream tonight, and I'll probably still do that. But I did want to hop on here just for a little bit during my work break because, Laura Owens' attorney, David Gingras, is now threatening a lawsuit again to our friend Dave, who, poor Dave, has been the brunt of most of this stuff. As you guys saw earlier in the week, or last week, actually, because what day is it, dude?
What is time?
Last week, yeah, he had started coming after me on Twitter. He came after Omar on Twitter. It was just a mess. But it's very clear now that Dave, the tenant of their brains, has been drawn back into the picture, and the heat is off of us because they can't think about anything but Dave as long as Dave is involved. So poor Dave.
It's those short shorts. What are you going to do?
Oh my God, I know, right?
I know. Now, first of all, Lauren, before we get started, are you okay, in a good place for the weather that's happening here?
I'm not in an evacuation zone. I'm like pretty close to the Georgia border. I'm outside of Jacksonville, so like, don't come to my house or anything, guys. But I'm not afraid to say that. I'm right outside of Jacksonville, so I'm not in the middle of Florida where it's gonna get the worst of it, unless it changes course. But it seems like I'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to tell us exactly where you live. We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yeah, no, I'll give you my address. No, because we just had a hurricane here last week. I think it was last week or the week before. I don't even know how long it's been since I was in Europe. What the fuck? So I think it was. I think it was last week. I don't know. Nope. It was the week before. Okay, it was the week before. We're good. And there was Hurricane Helene or whatever, and that came by. And so I was supposed to have a flight out of town that Thursday to get to Newark. And I ended up switching my flight to the morning just in case. And it's a good thing I did because I would have missed my entire trip if I hadn't. So I switched my flight to like a 4-hour earlier flight, and they ended up shutting down the airport after that. And I only went to Europe for 3 days. So I would have missed my entire trip, and it would have been so sad. Yeah.
Travel these days is it's rough times.
I think the worst thing about that though is like people who are trying to get out of the like lower central and like South Florida zones, like people were trying to get flights to go stay with family members and stuff like that, and flight prices, of course, they're like gouging prices, and I'm just like, really, for a natural disaster, like you would think, but no, all the airline recognizes is there's more demand for flights, so flights out, one-way flights out, were like $1,000 for these people trying to get to like their families and like not even that far away places. So it really sucked. But I'm just glad that most people at this point have evacuated north, like up towards where I am. So like people are coming to my city, not away from my city. Traffic is apparently bizarre. I haven't been on the interstate, so I really wouldn't know. But in the northbound traffic, I have heard, has been pretty bizarre. My only major issue with these storms recently has been my deck is getting kind of beat up. So like I have a back deck. Not that I'm like somebody who could afford to have a back deck, but my parents own this place. I rent from them. So I have a back deck, and it's getting like beat up, like the little wooden things that hold up the, I don't even know how to call it. If this makes any sense at all, they're getting like blown out. And then my gate blew off on the last one. So this time I think it's probably going to finish off a lot of the deck this time, because this storm is worse than the other ones were supposed to be. So that's unfortunate because it's going to be expensive to fix. But if you like go outside and you step on some of the boards, it's like they're about to fall through. And I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Yeah, so what I thought when I saw that the first time after the first hurricane, not even Helene, whichever one was before that, it was a couple months ago, and it had kind of messed up my railings a little bit. I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to want to fix this because it's going to get worse. So, yeah. But I really can't complain that much because obviously a lot of people are about to get hit a lot harder than me, and I'm fine. I'll probably just lose power for a little bit. So like, to be somebody who is just sitting here thinking like, oh my God, I hope I didn't lose my Wi-Fi, like I'm pretty fortunate. So, yeah. My mom and her husband think the government is responsible and won't evacuate. Pray for Floridians. Oh no! What? Oh no! Where is she? That's terrible. Yeah. Anyways, in other news, I think StreamYard is fixed now. I don't know if you can hear me better than you could last week. Hopefully, it sounds a little bit clearer. But
Yeah,
if not,
sounds good.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Give me
definitely a
1 minute.
StreamYard
I'm gonna
thing.
let my dog in.
Oh my god, let him
He's being
in,
he's a little princess.
please. Poor dog. No, nah. He's probably just happy he can go outside and come back in. Hello everyone. Hi Rogue Mama. What's up? Hello from Toronto. Hey. Oh, Fort Myers. Okay. Yeah, your mom really should have gotten out of there, but I don't know how realistic that is at this point, just because there's apparently no gas down there and a lot of traffic coming up north. So when the gas stations are out of gas, you're kind of fucked, So I hope your mom is okay though. That really sucks. We found pictures of people strapping their houses to the ground. I believe that. I haven't seen it, but I believe it. Hi, Bruce. I am one of those people. What people?
Which people?
I'm not sure.
Hurricane people?
I don't know, because we were talking about that, but then you were also talking about moist things. So, like, which one are you talking about?
Cake.
Ew. Ew. Speaking of cake, I gotta go to the store. I told you guys, I think I told you guys that story before, where like I was in Tallahassee, I didn't know there was a hurricane coming, so I went to the grocery store that day, and all I bought was a cake, like one of those little cakes, and I just like sat there eating cake, and then I crashed from a sugar high, and I woke up the next morning, and there was destruction everywhere outside my apartment.
I was on a vacation once and went out to eat at a restaurant that was kind of mediocre, so I felt kind of bad afterwards, and so I just went to like a Safeway or something, and I bought one of those little cheesecakes.
That sounds good.
I'm like, I need to salvage this outing.
I'm pretty sure we don't have Safeway here, but when I lived in Arizona when I was in college, I always went to Safeway, and I'm just kind of like, oh, I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
They had a little Starbucks in there and everything. Okay, so anyways, the reason you're all here is because our friend Dave is again being threatened with a lawsuit. At least it certainly appears they're threatening Dave with a lawsuit. Let's take a look here. And I have logged into my Twitter account that I never use. It's private. I only used it to post Wentworth fan edits back in the day, and so I don't have him blocked on this account. So we'll take a look at it. But guys, if you have not yet, try to watch Wentworth on Netflix before it goes away. It goes away in like 2 weeks. So
I'm in the middle of season 2. It's getting intense.
Yes, the end of season 2 is the best. It's the best.
Oh, okay. I don't even.
All right, hang on.
It's getting crazy.
Okay, so here's our friend David. David, who wants to dress up as me for Halloween, apparently, which is mutual. Let's see. And David is claiming he has proof that Laura did not lie about the photo that she lied about in her Medium article. I'd normally post that here, but maybe it's time for a different approach. Why not take this to court? Why not take it to court? Maybe because your client is broke as fuck.
Well, Lauren, I've got a unicorn in my garage, and I'd normally bring the unicorn up into this room to show you on camera, but maybe I should do something else.
I just thought you didn't want me to get moist, but okay.
Oh, boy. He's a very pretty unicorn. Trust me, I have proof there's a unicorn in my garage. I would show you guys, but maybe later when I have time. This argument is very bizarre to me.
Yeah, for sure. Debates on X aren't helping, so maybe a jury can help clear this issue up. Good idea.
This is hilarious. You don't have to have a debate. You just have, if you have proof, you just post the proof. That's not a debate.
As an alternative, though. As an alternative, you could just shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, that's way easier.
Oh, fundamentally, this guy should not be on Twitter.
No.
He is petitioner's litigant. He should not be talking to random people on Twitter. There's no utility in that.
I think he knows that. I think his client wants him to, though.
I suppose.
Because when she herself went on Twitter when he was out of town, because that's when Laura goes unleashed when David's out of town.
Seems like it.
She did not fare well on Twitter when she was trying to argue with people. So I remember she was like talking to our friend. Her screen name is Fenchurch. I'm not going to say her actual name in case she doesn't want me to, but and she was like, "You devastated me with this comment you made in Dave's Discord," and we're thinking like, number one, why the fuck are you in Dave's Discord still? And number two, like she insinuated that Fenchurch was like some crazy stalker, but then she tagged Fenchurch's employer.
Oh, geez. That's
at least I think it was Fenchurch. There's like a small chance it was someone else actually, but I'm pretty sure it was Fenchurch.
I remember this happening.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just like, "Are you okay?" And like, so, like she did even worse than he does on Twitter, which is something.
Yeah.
So saying something. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the whole debates on X aren't helping, so maybe a jury can help clear this issue up is like a total deflection because like people tagged him in like archive posts that showed that she did in fact like post these things on Medium. Like
yeah, the other thing I was noticing is the Medium blog in the Wayback Machine. I mean, it says by and then it has her name. So even if she has a secret intern, Anton, and she wrote on a piece of paper this blog, and Anton typed it in, and Anton posted it, and Anton edited the photo, it's still under her name.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, what's up? Say hi to our friend Dave, who's being threatened with another lawsuit. A lawsuit by this lady who has no money to pay Clayton.
You know what I just realized? If Dave gets sued and he has to go to court, who's going to run the tech van with me? Oh my gosh!
I can't do it.
I'm gonna need a tech van intern. Oh,
I'm not a van lesbian, Bruce. So you're gonna have to find someone else. That's not my brand of lesbian.
Well, you've got to be the pool camera again.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like how would that work? Like, would she sue him in Tennessee? She can't do that, right? Because there's anti-slap stuff on there. Would she sue him in Arizona? Because everybody knows that she's full of shit in Arizona. So like,
can you imagine Dave? Dave is up on the stand and he's like, "I can't go on if the Justice for Gingras crew is going to be in the courtroom." And then, we'll take a 10-minute break, and Dave runs out to the tech van,
like
and he's
David's mom.
He's like, "Hello, everybody. Dave Neal, host of Bachelor Nation News and court trial, bathroom break specialist."
Dave says, by the way, as we mentioned, it'll be an RV. I might be an RV lesbian.
Dave,
no.
Dave wants to go full Class C. Like I think what we had before was technically Class B, and I think Class B is when it looks like a big RV on wheels, so it's bigger. I think with the overhang and everything.
Giant, yeah.
I think that's what he's going for, Class C.
Yeah, I never went inside that van, but I saw it and I was just like, "Oh my god, is this a camper?"
It is. It is a camper. There's a bed and a bathroom and all that stuff in there.
Yeah. I mean, most of you guys saw this already, but on Labor Day, so a little over a month ago, I stayed in this school bus that somebody had converted into a tiny house. There was like a bedroom in there and everything. There was like a curtain to the back of the bed, and like there was like a fridge and a little like a heated plate you can make stuff on. So like you can do a lot with a big vehicle. Maybe we just turn it into a van house. I don't know.
Yeah, people have done interesting things, that's for sure.
That way, if she's like, "He brought a van to the courthouse," and he's like, "This is my home. I pay rent here."
Wow.
How dare you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember ever flipping any burgers, on a grill. So I don't know if we were truly tailgating. Maybe next time.
Yeah. Dweez says, and this is, I don't know why you know this, Dweez, but are you of my persuasion? As a lesbian, Lauren can't help you with your van issues, Bruce, but if it's a Subaru, you might be golden. And that's pretty accurate from what I understand. I drive a Mustang, so I don't have a Subaru, but I feel like I'm doing something wrong by not driving a Subaru. So
you have a Mustang?
Yeah.
Is it a convertible?
No. I've had it for 12 or 13 years now.
Wow.
It's a 2013. Yeah. So, when I was in college, my roommate borrowed my car, which was like an old Toyota I had gotten as my first car from my dad. Um, and she wrecked it on the way to the mall. And it got totaled, and I was like, "Oh no, this is terrible." But then I got a new car, and her dad, had to help pay for it because she destroyed the other one. I was like, "Okay, fine."
Nice. Would you say you're a Mustang in the streets and a Wov Love in the sheets?
I would never say I was a Wov Love in the sheets, Bruce. I'm a Wov Love waving it out in the open. All right, no sheets necessary.
Oh dear. Oh, complicated.
Oh, Brad's here. It's Debbie Albert, why have you summoned me? I don't know. Why have you summoned Brad?
Oh, we'll get Brad. Brad will run the tech van.
Oh, fuck yeah. That makes sense. That's probably why he was summoned. Yeah.
Now we have a plan.
Yeah. It's all coming together now. You have to follow through, David. We have a plan.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Anyways. So the whole reason this is a thing is we're going to see. Let me look at the photos. So he posted this photo where he's like doing the thing. And Bruce, do you want to explain this? Apparently people didn't know what this means when you do the alternating capital letters. Please explain this to the people.
My understanding is when you are doing some sort of parody in text and you want to insult someone or do a parody of them or just, do a crazy voice, but you're writing.
Yeah.
Then you do this alternating caps, not caps to make the text sound unhinged.
Right. Yeah,
so this is a sort of insulting way to when he's creating this dialogue and he's writing the dialogue for the other people, which, by the way, if you write dialogue for other people about things they didn't say, that's called a straw man fallacy. So when you're looking at these things, look for these things.
I mean, for me, it just looks like when somebody types like that, it just looks like they have a very, very, very low IQ level. So
that's the idea. It's
exactly.
a way to insult the other party through typography.
Yeah. Liz Wagner, hello from Dave's Patreon. Hi, Liz.
Yeah.
I'm also in Dave's Patreon. I don't know if Bruce is or not. Bruce doesn't really watch Dave. So
who's Dave? I don't know.
I think you mean Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Oh dear.
Yeah, for real. Okay, let's see. We got
Charlie Murphy.
Vilmari Alcaraz. Thank you. I hope I said that right. Thank you for the $2. Let us know if you set up a GoFundMe. We got you. That would probably be for our friend Dave. But also, guys, there is still a GoFundMe for Greg's legal fees, which is
I think Dave's GoFundMe may literally still be active.
Yeah.
Because as he was getting more emails, he basically has his lawyer on retainer.
All right, I put the GoFundMe to Greg's legal fund there and pinned it in the chat. Greg is probably going to have to deal with the renewal of the restraining order. I mean, I can't imagine, given what we know about Laura, that she would not try to renew that restraining order. Just because it's fraudulent, it's just a small thing. So why wouldn't she try to renew it? You know what I mean? So, yeah, so just hit that link that I just pinned in the chat if you want to give to Greg's legal defense fund. What does he have right now? Let me see. We're at $3,710. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it could get really messy for him. So I hope that whatever you can do to help, you will help him. I don't need it nearly as much as he does. So, Stephanie, thank you for the $5. I volunteer to be alone with Lauren and Bruce in a van.
Oh my.
I don't know if I like the idea of the three of us alone together in a van. I think maybe I'll sit this one out just in honor of our friendip. I think I'm going to sit this one out. I will reluctantly sit this one out. Let's put it that way. I'm going to go sit in my Subaru and just hang out on the corner. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, so Laura faked pregnancy because comedy man say so, and MAGA, as if Dave is MAGA. I think he's referring to Megan there. But still, what does that have to do with this fake photo on the left?
Also, the whole thing about GFC is that we're not, maybe someone is of the opinion that she faked pregnancy. All we're saying is she filed a court case and did not bring sufficient evidence to prove her claims of pregnancy and paternity in court. That's all. So
I disagree. I was pretty convinced.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty convincing, but Can you know 100% for certain? Because I wasn't there. I was not there for 6 months in her uterus. I don't know. But clearly, she failed to provide the evidence that would have won her court case.
Right.
That's the point. It's not because of anything Dave said. I mean, obviously, Dave reviewed all the evidence, which helped us try to understand the case.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like Dave just said, "I command you to think this way." That's
that's what he
ridiculous.
did with me. So now we're friends.
He hypnotized you.
That's more of just a statement, really.
Yeah.
Since it's a whole cult thing.
Mm.
Amy Roden, thank you for the 10. Are you from Australia? Is that Australian currency? That's pretty cool. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna be back in Australia in a month, hopefully, and my birthday is during that time, so it'll be pretty sweet. I'll be back in the Sydney area. Thank you for the super sticker though. And sometimes when people send super stickers, they don't get their comment sent with it. So if you wanted me to read something, go ahead and send it and I'll look for it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Robert says that second picture of Ella looks like Gumby in the Gumby position. Does anyone remember Gumby? My mom really liked Gumby and Pokey. So
yeah,
yeah, I remember.
Old school.
Yeah. What else was it? She liked Raggedy Ann and Andy, and she liked Gumby and Pokey. So I used to go around these antique stores.
That's very old school, like Bob Woodward.
Yeah. I was looking for those things in these antique stores, and I finally found her like a Raggedy Ann. And the little pulley thing that made her talk was broken, but still, it took a long time to find that.
Mm-hmm.
We had Olympic trials for swimming in Omaha, so I was there to swim, but then I had a bunch of days off after my event, and so I was just like walking around Omaha to all the antique stores. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of old shit there. All right. This is not something I need to see, but that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. All right. And then this was weird when he was saying, like, yes, Laura's too thin. She knows this. We talk about it regularly. Like, why are you talking to your client about this? Like, that's way beyond the scope of lawyering. So I don't really know what to say about that. The stress imposed on her by wicked, evil humans has taken its toll. Hopefully, when this war is over, she can eat/sleep normally again. But until then, she will never give up, and neither will I. So the problem I have with this is, like, this is like a way of manipulating people who are maybe not as involved, who don't know the entire backstory to this, who are seeing it and they're like, oh my gosh, we have to stop, like, commenting on this, or she'll just like continue to hurt herself by not eating or whatever is going on there. And like, I will never comment on her appearance in a negative way. I've not my place to comment on someone else's relationship to food because I have my own problems there. But tweeting about this in this way is just like using another illness as a manipulation to like desperately try to get someone else on your side. Like, it's like you want to appeal to people who have these actual problems, make them feel bad, so then they'll be like, okay, well, maybe she's telling the truth because I know what that's like. But the thing is, like, I'm not denying that she suffers from that. I couldn't really say. I mean, I can certainly speculate, but I'll keep that to myself. But David here is outright saying it, so I don't feel bad commenting on it at this point. This is just being used in a way that's like tactical and creepy. I don't like it. Like, it's one thing to kind of come out and say, like, I have this problem, and like, this is what I'm doing about it, and this is why, and like kind of give yourself some visibility to help other people who are going through it. And it's another thing to use that as a way to like kind of divert negative attention away from yourself. You want to scare people into not talking about it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Let's see. Alex P. It wouldn't be the first time a cluster B person induced medical issues like extreme weight loss for manipulation purposes. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing. And I never have and never will come out and be like, I think Laura has this diagnosis. You know what I mean? Because it's not my place. Again, I have my own opinions on that, which I, will talk about to people privately, like my friends and stuff like that. But I'm not going to come out and be like, this is what Laura is. This is what she has. The thing that I will come out and say is that Laura's lying, like, because that's like a proven fact. But yeah. But I know what you mean about cluster B traits and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think if you want to find the latest comments, you can filter by replies rather than posts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
And you might find the latest.
I didn't even go over this type of stuff because I was busy.
Yeah, I think this post kicked off this whole round 3.
Yeah, I went to the game on Saturday and I was dead on Sunday, so I was like, I can't even go over this stuff. So like some of these tweets are going to be kind of oldish news because I even tweeted about them, but I just never went over them on YouTube or whatever. All right. Yes, Laura's too thin, blah, blah, blah. And then Rogue Lemma says, what does MAGA have to do with this? Because this is random as fuck. This and MAGA thing right here. I think that was just a way to like kind of take a little dig at Megan, but not say her name. Because if he says her name, it's like, you're saying Bloody Mary in front of the mirror. But if you say Megan Fox once, she's going to kill you. With words. Okay, so he won't do it. Yeah, he won't do it. So he and his client are too scared to talk about Megan Fox. But yeah, so that happened. And she says, what does MAGA have to do with this? Bringing Trump into your motions and MAGA into your post diminishes your argument. Bad for your PR game, my friend. So I remember like his first filing, wasn't it, that we read? He had brought up Trump. And I was just kind of like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, when it was either like, one of these very first ones that we ever saw where he was arguing for extra time or something like that, and the motion to compel launch. These were the early filings he did. And yeah, he had this whole litany of like how this case compares to a Trump case. And it's like, we don't really need an analogy. Just file your filing based on the merits of the case.
Right.
I don't know, we don't need this dramatic analogy. Doesn't do any good.
Sorry, I was looking at somebody sent me something on Twitter there, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. Okay. And then Rosalind, our friend Rosalind here, says the eating disorder is getting out of hand. I don't want to click on that, my bad. It's not out of hand because A, Laura knows she's too thin. She just can't deal with food normally. B, she has an extremely strong support system. She had her mother in court with her. That's just extremely strong. But okay.
I just don't understand how, if she has such an extremely strong support system, nobody took her to a regularly scheduled OBGYN to get regularly scheduled ultrasounds.
Yeah. I mean, we understand it because it's all bullshit. But if you take it at face value, then yeah, it's how did you understand that? Oh, hey, Brad. Sorry.
Hello.
All right.
I don't know how long you've been sitting there.
Going, Brad?
Like 30 seconds. What's up?
Okay, good. It could have been like 10 minutes. They're not watching her like a hawk. They're watching her like a hawk too.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Jim strikes again.
Oh, Jim. All right. She will recover from this. She just needs all the hate to stop. That's again what I'm talking about. Like, this is being manipulative. Like, we're using this as a weapon now to try to get other people to back off. Why? Because the heat's getting it's too hot in the kitchen, So
yeah, admitted that the heat was, or she was self-inflicting this on herself, because the first thing she does when she wakes up is pick up her phone and look at Reddit. Like, how is it not the first? When you think of destructive habits, if something's causing you to be in terrible mental anguish, I don't think continuing to go back to that well, as it were, would be the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh, sorry. I keep getting stuff on Twitter here, and like I can't look at the computer. I have to look at my phone because I'm not unblocking him from my like actual Twitter account that I use. So hang on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, and also, saying that there's all this hate. Again, it's a generalization. It's a little ambiguous. If there's a person on Discord or Twitter that said, "Oh, I hate Laura," like, go deal with them.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean everybody said that. It's a bit of a I don't know what it is. It's a mischaracterization, I guess.
Sure. All right, let's see. MAGA has a lot to do with this because JFC and MAGA are cults. Cult members live in a fact-free world where a photo of a pregnant woman doesn't prove pregnancy. Well, what? I mean, anyone can have a bloated stomach. I mean, I all day long. Like,
here's what he's doing. It's a logical fallacy. He's saying, and it follows the if A then B format. He's saying, like, if you're pregnant, then you will have, a baby in your belly, right? Or you will have a large abdomen. Okay. So he's saying, well, here's a photo of Laura with a large abdomen. Therefore, she must be pregnant. So he's saying, if A then B, and he's saying B is true, therefore A must be true. This is actually a fallacy because, B can be true for many reasons, not just A.
If I walked up to every woman in Walmart that had a protruding stomach and asked when the baby was due, I would come out so black and blue.
Exactly. There's plenty of ladies. You take a photo and they can do things, the angle, the camera angle, the lighting, how they use their muscles or their breath, Instagram filters. They can make themselves, eat some gluten. They can make themselves look pregnant. Yeah, it's affirming the consequent is what it's called. Thank you, Daniel.
Okay, hang on 1 second, guys. There and he goes into the flat earther stuff, which Bruce did a whole video on. He is exactly the same. He only accepts evidence that confirms his views. Okay, are we still talking about Trump? Or are you talking about like what are you talking about? And nobody asks. Like, what the fuck?
This is really rich for a guy to say, oh, well, they don't accept any evidence when presented contrary opinions. But all this guy does is go fishing for contrary opinions and then completely ignores it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's very selective about what he replies to, I've noticed.
Well, we saw you, Brett, had tweeted at him with the actual proof of the, alteration. And he just didn't respond to that.
No, of course not.
He responded to the comment below yours, but not yours.
I was so mad. I was like, dude, like you're responding to this one lady talking about having a pregnancy and how terrible it was that she lost a baby, but you're not even going to respond to the evidence directly contrarying your side's opinion.
The client didn't approve that.
Oh, dear.
And this moving of the goalposts is what really infuriates me because he said, Laura said with him 1,000,000% BS that she did not post this image. And it's like, oh, well, the image is right here. You can see it. And he goes, oh, wait, stop the presses. I have the truth. You don't get it, but I have the truth.
Yeah. Right. And he won't give it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Show us the proof. No, I think this would be better settled in court.
What a tease.
This will be better in front of a jury. How? How will this be better in front of a jury? You're just stalling.
Someone posted something along the lines of, I've been edged better watching e-girls online.
That was what?
Bruce, that was you, wasn't it?
That was me, because he keeps saying he has the evidence. So I'm like, look, if you have the evidence, it should take you 2 seconds to post it. If I wanted to get edged, I'd go sign into my Only Antlers account.
Oh my god. Hold on. Cat Lady's watching us on mute.
He's a big tease. I haven't been teased this much since my last live stream date with Lauren.
Woo! Which one?
I don't. All of them.
Oh my god. All right. He says, I respectfully disagree. I'm not calling everything a cult, just JFC. JFC is a real cult. Is it?
No. You'd have to prove it.
It's just in a different form than we're used to seeing. And I don't have any issue with Clayton supporters. It's the people who are drunk on Kool-Aid that I have a problem with. Well, David, look in the mirror, bro.
What does he mean? It's in a different form. Are we Voltron? What?
I don't know. Like this isn't fraud. This is just the truth in a different form.
In a different form. I mean, sir, you can call a toaster an ice cream maker, but your toaster is never going to give you any ice cream. That's just how substance works compared to semantics.
Yeah. Hi, not a Clayton supporter, interested in the legal aspects and lack of clinical evidence. Thanks. So, like, that didn't get a response, surprisingly. And then here, Total Annihilation says, hi, David, what's the specific definition of cult you are using that would fit JFC? And then she provides, or she or he provides a video about a former cult member. And you notice that one didn't get a response, of course.
Yeah, actually, if you want to go down a rabbit hole on YouTube, people escaping from legitimate cults and describing their experience and describing how the cult they were in complies with the bite model. It's a very interesting topic.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Back here. A judge already decided based on all evidence provided. I think all the evidence she provided. Yes, and that judge has had her rulings tossed out multiple times. Oh my God! Stop, David. In her very short judicial career, this will be no different. Lies are not truth, no matter what you want to believe. That's hilarious from someone who's trying to sue somebody for defamation over a proven lie. And then Flux put it best.
Yeah.
Just said dumbass.
Flux is maybe the smartest of all of us. I don't know.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, not only the judge that he's gone after, it's also the county attorney, because he was tweeting, and I don't know if he deleted these tweets yet or not, but he was tweeting about how she might not have a job soon and stuff like that, so nothing's going to happen to Laura. Like, it's like, oh my God, God, you stop putting your fucking feet in your mouth. Like, your cheeks must be exhausted. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Also, if, in the judge in their resume, they have a case that was overturned on appeal for whatever reason, that doesn't mean it was overturned because of something the judge specifically did terribly wrong. It doesn't mean the judge has done something terribly wrong here. Doesn't mean this case will get overturned on appeal. There's no correlation. So I don't know.
Hold on. Let's go back up to JFC. Okay. Hey, David Gingras. We hear you need proof that your pathological liar of a client, Laura Michelle Owens, actually posted the edited picture of herself on the right in your tweet, attempting to look more pregnant in her Medium article. Well, here's the archived version with the picture in question. Before your liar of a client dirty deleted the evidence. You are welcome. And then we'll pull this up. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to work.
Yeah. And I remember when this collage was up there live on Medium, because Megan Fox was, I think, complaining that they had used Megan's photographer's photo, which is the one on the right with the luggage. So I remember when this went up, and yeah, all of these archive sites just have this.
Yeah, right. And this was June 24th? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I did have
the picture right there.
He basically complained, like, I don't trust this page because it keeps reloading in my browser. And that was happening to me too on Chrome. There's a little button you can press to stop it from doing that if you want to in Chrome, or you can use Edge or probably Safari if you have an Apple product. I don't know, but there's ways around that. And this guy who claims to be an internet lawyer doesn't understand the tools of the internet, apparently, which I find ironic.
Yeah. Also, it's not, as you can see, it's not reloading on my computer. So
yeah,
maybe you just suck, David. I don't know.
The other thing I've noticed is when he posts full screenshots of things like his Outlook or whatever, his screen resolution is very small. So I don't know if he's using a very old computer, outdated monitor or something.
I mean,
like
Brad probably knows a lot more about that than us, but I think
I don't want to resolution shame the guy. Size shame his resolution, but I mean, it is what it is.
She took the pics down because that was the copyright version of Megan's. Okay. The one on the right, yes. But this one here, the edited version of her belly or whatever, she says she didn't post this. But clearly she did.
I mean, well, it's posted somehow. Yeah. Now, the thing, like I said before, she could have her internet intern, Anton, typing all this in and posting these photos and doing Instagram on these photos.
Yeah.
But if you scroll down right below this photo, it's her name on the byline, right? Yeah.
Certainly seems like
so she is ultimately responsible for this page.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's her responsibility, even if she had a subordinate employee actually mechanically post this.
Right.
That's just nitpicking.
Sorry, our heads are blocking some of it right there, guys. When common sense is overruled, which was a fun little read, if you guys don't remember. Which was one of many that week, if I recall correctly. Wasn't this when David was out of town? Again, we know that when David's out of town, Laura's unleashed. So she wrote like multiple articles in 1 week. I remember because I was always like getting ready for bed or something. And I was like, again?
If you remember, he talked quite extensively on June 10th about how he had to go get on the cruise ship. he would be out for a while.
Right. So crazy, dude. Like, if you have to like rein in your client that much, and also there's like proof of her lying and she admitted it in her deposition, why take the client? Like, other than money, which is like something she apparently cannot provide. So
remember, he came out of the case. He came out of the case. He didn't have any of the information. So it's not like he read the deposition and was like, oh, this might be a problem. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And he's like, hey, guys, can you send me all your information? Because I don't have any of it.
Yeah. And I mean, people should be able to have representation. And I mean, his whole thing about like, if anybody tells one lie, it's such a huge deal. Like if Clayton lied about this real estate thing, or if she lied about this, I'm going to drop her as a client. I mean, everybody has these mundane lies, or they stretch the truth to make a story sound more fun or something. Like it's just a pointless sort of thing in the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Like
there's
just represent your client.
There's a difference between fish stories and trying to get a dating contract on a guy because you gave him some blowies. Like there's a whole.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why you represent your client and litigate through the court filings. This sort of strange PR in the public court of opinion doesn't make any sense to me. And those big lies, like you're saying, will come out if you've done your job in the court filings and hearings.
Mm-hmm. Daniel says, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought on appeal you're not allowed to introduce new facts, only issues of law. Yeah. So in the appeal, he's apparently just going to harp more on this judge not a bad bias loves Bachelor thing. So that's...
Yeah. And Megan Fox was in a live stream the other day and talked to Omar, the tilted lawyer, who had talked to David on the phone, I guess. And so Omar goes through...
That was like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Or was it was the last week?
Yesterday. That was the day before.
It was Monday.
He did talk to him. He talked to him on the phone recently, like within the last couple days. So yeah.
So if you want to hear Omar's take on the legal details about where Gingras thinks he's going with this appeal, you can check that out.
Mm-hmm. As far as Omar's recent call with David, which David tweeted about, so it's not like something I can't say, apparently, like, and I didn't ask Omar what exactly they talked about. Omar didn't say anything about exactly what they talked about. He just said that he was, in fact, like pretty different on the phone. And so it's just kind of weird. I'm curious about this guy to where I'm like, I wonder what it's like to have an actual like person-to-person conversation with him. But at the same time, I know it'll just come out like this series of angry tweets where he's just like, well, she lied on the phone. So I'm not going to call him, even though he tweeted his phone number at me.
It's very strange because if I think back, if he hadn't done the whole 911 stunt on June 10th, he'd just gone in and he, did his part during the hearing on June 10th. The way he spoke and the way he talked about things, to me, seemed like a completely different person than this person on Twitter.
It's like a real life human being.
I know, right? I mean, the only thing that tells me, oh, this might be the same person is because he called that 911 call in.
Thank you, Daniel, by the way. Thank you.
I think the big thing is, and Omar said it on his live, that he seemed very, cordial. They didn't have any back and forth. And Dave said that he was sorry about how he comes off. It just so happens that he comes off a little dickish. But then not 48 hours later, he's talking about suing Dave. And it's like, I don't think he's actually sorry about being dickish. No. I think and I think Megan Fox's snake chorus is really a very good visualization of him, is that he puts on different faces for different people. And this public persona of his is just why.
I think we lost Brad.
Brad's breaking up a little bit.
Brad, are you breaking up with us?
I am not breaking up with you.
You're just breaking up?
There is something to it,
Yeah.
You know, I worked with a guy who his emails always sounded very sort of I don't know, angry or judgmental or reactive. So his emails always came across as if he was like, "Well, we don't have time for this," or "Oh, we scheduled this project for later." You know, he would write these very strongly worded emails. But when you talk to him in person in the hallway, he was just like a nice dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, you got to talk to this guy on the phone. You can't do email with him. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can work
Dave
completely.
Says he knows what he's doing. I believe that, Dave.
Yeah, I kind of agree with
Dave knows better than all of us.
I agree, Dave.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Another thing with him and the like texts and emails and stuff like that is, again, he still will not address certain issues. Like even when he's being nice, he just like kind of glosses over a lot of stuff. And so I am now reminded, I almost forgot about this, of a tweet like 3 or 4 days ago where he was like, "Lauren just blocked me within the last 24 hours, but okay." And I was just like, okay, here's some screenshots of when I blocked you and why. And then crickets, dude. Crickets.
Yeah.
Somebody, even though I haven't blocked, somebody else tweeted at him, "She literally blocked you in May." I was just like, dude, so we're just gonna gloss over that?
Multiple people did that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very selective about what he replies to.
Yeah.
And he tends to do these things like make these weird generalizations or overgeneralize. Like his, I know a guy who thinks the earth is flat. Well, like, that doesn't mean you can extrapolate. If there's one unreasonable person, it doesn't mean everybody's unreasonable. Like you could convince someone here. Like if he had a good argument, like maybe he can't convince maybe he can't convince you, but maybe he could convince me. I don't know.
Yeah. Guys, Brad said his connection is dying, so he may not be able to come back in, but he did try. So let's see, we had one more of these I need to read. Thank you for the $5. Fair for all. I think they're trying to interfere with perjury investigation. I don't know how much they could really interfere with the actual investigation. As far as public opinion goes, I really do think that this is about like trying to sway the opinion of people who have not been following this case. So like you want to sow a little bit of doubt in the mind of people who haven't made up their minds yet. So you're going to desperately throw all kinds of shit out there and hope something sticks to someone who doesn't realize what's happening. You know what I mean? So that's kind of,
I mean, good luck.
So yeah, good luck.
Good luck
is right.
I mean, the only person we've talked to that isn't related to her that had anything sort of contrary to say about this case was Critical K. And she didn't even believe Laura. She just thought Clayton did everything wrong.
Well, yeah, that's all about her views on promiscuity.
And that's as far as anybody could get in terms of finding somebody in the public who has a point to make.
Yeah, I mean,
she's not the best we can do.
She's complaining about guys like having like random encounters with women. And I'm like, even I've had a random encounter with a dude. Kay, shut the fuck up. God damn it. But
was it me?
That's why Bruce. You know it was you.
Ooh.
Ew. Stick to the wolf loves, guys. But no, that's why
the eggs are popping.
I was just like, if I call this man, when he tweeted his phone number at me, if I call this man, I'm gonna devolve into like some sort of weird Critical K character where I'm just like screaming obscenities.
Right.
So that was a no for me.
Don't do it. Don't take the bait.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me see if I can find this is the last thing before we sign off here. Let me see if I can find the tweet where he said Laura 1,000,000% did not post that or whatever. Hold on. And I don't even know who I follow on this account, so there's some random shit here. Okay.
No season 2 spoilers.
No way, man. No way. I'll show you my I do all these edits for the conventions that I go to, or they're like show reels, and I'll show them to you after you've seen the whole series. Apparently it's going to get picked up by another streaming service, but I'm not allowed to say more than that at this point. So
wow.
Let's see.
Producer Lauren.
Hard pass.
What?
I don't see it here. Let's see if I can find it. I know he deleted a lot of these, so wait, there's Just Jen and the timeline team had posted some of this stuff. Okay, leftist from affidavit.
You could be a script consultant.
That'd be kind of cool.
Mental health issues, script consultant.
Dude, I'd fucking do that. Man, I know enough about crazy at this point and have been crazy enough to.
You could help the writers.
Yeah, for real. All right. There was the flat earther stuff, and then you go send a link to the Medium article where that pic on the right was posted. I just looked through all her recent posts, and I'm not seeing that version in any of them. Not saying you aren't right. I just can't confirm your version, which is clearly different from what I've seen. Here's the first capture. She lied, and then crickets.
Oh dear.
Talk to Laura about this. She said she never posted that.
Oh, you're not sharing whatever you're looking at.
Oh shit.
We're still on the Medium.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Talk to Laura about this. She said she never posted that weird version of the belly image. And here was the belly image where Jen proved that she posted it. Hang on. And that just goes again to the archive link, so we won't switch back. But and so that you understand how deceptive she is, she edited the blog and removed all of the photos between the 15/19/21 and 16/20/43 captures in the first image. Then she had no photos, second image, and then changed it to the final version and current version in the last image. And his response to that is Laura said, nah, basically. Talk to Laura about this. She said she never posted that weird version of the belly image. Honestly, given how clearly helpful the first version is, why do you think she would make minor edits to the second version? Because she's...
See, this is what he does. He creates this sort of speculation. Like, why would Clayton ever do this if something else was true? Why would Laura ever do this if this other thing is true? And we don't know all the reasons why these things would happen. We're not interested in what somebody might have done or would have done or could have done or should have done. We care about what they actually did with evidence.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm trying to read the comments here in case somebody... Okay. And then that's just silly. The first version makes the point completely, which is what you were just talking about. Just keep in mind the JFC nutters, ooh, could easily point...
Is he going British? What's happening?
Nutters. I don't know. Could easily post fake stuff and then scream, this proves Laura lied. Yeah, but they didn't. There's metadata for that. Your client
Lauren.
actually did that. What was that?
You're a wizard, Lauren. You're wanker.
I'm just Harry. Just Harry. I'm just Harry. That's a game as old as time, and it's why everything needs to be verified independently of some anonymous claim on X. Well, good fucking
what does he mean?
David?
What does he mean someone could easily post fake stuff? Because...
like they could easily Photoshop and then just be like, Laura,
one image. Wait, let me see if I understand. One image is from his what is it? Court filing where somebody what's the word? Affidavit.
Ah, yeah.
One of the pictures is from the court affidavit that he filed. The other picture is from independent companies like Wayback Machine or whatever, these archive companies that are snapping captures of Medium, which is another third-party company.
Yeah.
Of her blog post.
Right. But they're lying, so.
We didn't do that. There's no way I can... I mean, I can go post fake stuff of my own on Instagram or something, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about, a third-party company archiving another third-party company's post that she posted versus their own affidavit.
Affidavit.
There's no, we're not talking about easily posting fake stuff. We're talking about these two images specifically.
Right. But you're being all technical and sincere, so that's just fucked up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Was there anything else that I missed? So just Jen goes on and explains further, just like step by step for him.
I mean, yeah, this is these other companies are archiving web pages. Yeah. Because it can be helpful to review how web pages change over time. It can be useful.
Yeah. And then David's response to just Jen's like long thought out, like very specific responses is something is seriously messed up when you try to follow that archive link. The page reloads over and over. Not normal. Not normal.
Oh boy.
Have you taken a look in the mirror, bro?
Well, and the solution here If this guy's an internet lawyer, he needs to learn about the internet. You can just press the stop loading the page button for your web browser, or use a different web browser. Go use Edge. Go use Firefox. Go use Safari. I don't know what to tell you, sir.
Just Jen says she was on a rampage.
That's and fair, I believe Jen. there's even multiple archive sites that have archived this page, so you don't even have to rely on one. You can try a different one. Like he just sort of says like, "Oh, my screen is flickery. This must be witchcraft." Like,
you're a wizard, Bruce. I can't do it.
I don't know. I put my laptop in the water and it floated. It must be a witch. I don't understand his logic.
This trial isn't taking place in Boston. Hey, Zach, what's up, fish face?
Boston.
And then you explained here the Wayback Machine website reloads repeatedly on my system using Chrome. Using Edge, website loads properly or stops reloading after some time, which is perfect because David and Laura love edging with.
They do. They're edging me by withholding their awesome proof.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore.
No. Hopefully we won't have to, but something tells me that this isn't over.
My moose antlers are ready to blow.
Yeah, right? Ew. Okay, guys, my work break is pretty much up. Yeah, because I normally I could stay a little bit longer and then work late for the time that I need to make up, but then the hurricane's coming tonight or tomorrow early morning, and so that might knock my power out, and that would be a problem because then I couldn't work because I work from home. So during the weekends I work at the hospital. Sometimes I'm supposed to be in on Saturday, but if it gets really bad and they need coverage or something, I might go in. We'll see. Especially if I can't work from home, because that would be seriously bad for me.
I'll stay safe.
Hey Ducky, what's up? I know she's not saying hey to me, but I just saw her, so
yeah.
Let's get Jen an extra breadstick today. I want to go to Olive Garden, so maybe.
That little Ducky's been posting some good videos. Yeah. I watched the video about the whole Uber lawsuit.
Yeah. Rogue Mama posted again the link to Greg Gillespie's legal defense fund. Please consider donating to our friend Greg. They're almost at their fundraising goal, I think, and he will most likely need it. And I would love it if you guys could help him. I know a lot of you guys are very generous with giving me some super chats and stuff like that, but Greg needs it more than I do. So I'll just be honest. I think that it's better spent at this moment in time helping Greg, who really deserves all the help he can get. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you, and I will see you probably tonight for game night, unless the power goes out early. I will let you know. Okay.
Game
Bye,
night.
Everybody.
Okay, that's when we'll tase Zach then.
Yeah. That's the game. Bye, Zach. Bye, everybody.